So I'm going to start off by cutting my 2x6s, and this is for the tabletop, and I'm going to be cutting 5 pieces of them, and it's at 43 inches long. And then I'm going to sand them down with 180 grit sandpaper, and then followed by a 220 grit. And then I'm going to use a round over bit just to soften up the edges a bit, and I'm only going to do this to one side of the board. Once I figured out my orientation, it's upside down right now, and I'm going to mark them 1 to 5, and then I'm going to mark where my biscuit joints are going to be. And now I'm going to cut in my biscuit joints, and I'm using 4 per board. The biscuit joints I'm using are number 20s. And I'm going to do my glue up, and I will let it sit overnight, and then I will take them out of the clamps and start building the frame. And here I'm just cleaning out the squeeze out of the glue. Now I'm going to cut for the legs, and I'm just going to cut the 2x6 up to 3.5 inches, and I will cut 4 of them. And these are cut at 18 3/4 inches long. The table height is at 20 inches. Now I'm going to cut my 2x4s to 2.5 inches, and these are going to be the bottom rails of the frame, and I will cut 2 of them. And the top rails are going to be 3.5. After I sanded them, I'm just going to put a round over on all the pieces. And then I'm going to drill some pocket holes on the rail side. And I will put 2 per side. And I will be using 1.5 and 1.25 screws to assemble. Here I'm screwing in the top rail. And then for the bottom rail, I'm going to bring it up 2.25 inches and screw the bottom rail. Now the tabletop has 1 inch overhang all the way around. And these are the sides of the frame, and it's the same process. Screw the 2x4 on the bottom and the 2.5 inch 2x3 at the top. Actually, it's 2x4 at the top and bottom on the sides. Now I'm going to mark 3/4 inch down all the way around. And I'm going to put a filler piece in there. And that's where the 1x6 is going to nail to. So it's even with the 2x4. And I'm just going to use brad nails to shoot these in place. And this is just a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch strip that I'm just nailing all the way around. And I will put a support piece in the middle. And then my 1x6, I am starting in the middle of the 1x6 and in the middle of the frame and working my way out. That way I get the same measurement on each end. Here I'm using 2x2s that is sanded, and I routed them with the 1/4 inch round over bit, and I'm going to glue and pin these in place. Now I find it easier to just flip everything upside down, center the frame to the top, and then just drive the screws in from there to secure the top. Now this is all pine lumber that I've used for this build. Here I'm using an espresso stain, and it's a Varathane product, and I'm just putting one coat and wiping it down. And this I will let sit overnight. Now I'm going to apply one generous coat of sand and sealer. In about 15-20 minutes I will sand it down. With a 220 grit. Now every 15 minutes I'm going to apply a coat of pre-cat lacquer. Now I'm not sanding in between coats. I'm just spraying a coat, waiting 15 minutes, and then spraying another coat. Now the lacquer is cut with lacquer thinner. And this is the finished product. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.